Retouch on. It's live. I'm trying to get the brights up. No, not in the dark. It's too dark. Hey guys. We're doing it live, but I'm trying to get the lighting right. It's fine. I have the Road Runner. That's what I call you.
Hello.
I guess that's what all of Buford calls you. I feel like we gotta talk up here though. Won't be able to hear us. We don't have a mic. I was going to do some quick questions. I wanted to say, I can't remember what I wanted to say, but we were talking today. Well, we're going to kind of talk about marriage and relationships. But one thing that I was thinking today is we were in the kitchen and he was commenting on something I was wearing the other day. And women just are so into like what they're wearing. Not all women, but women just notice what they're wearing. We just are more into clothes. We do a lot more shopping than men overall. That's just a general statement. But very seldom do I think that men notice what women are wearing. I don't know, it might just be like a mental thing. I think that women dress for women. So him saying to me today in the kitchen something I was wearing, really, like, I thought about it a lot today, and I was like, that was really cool that he noticed something I was wearing and how it looked on me. And I wonder if men know how much that means to women. Like, you noticing little things about us or little details. Like, do you guys know how important that is to women? You have to bring it closer to hear you. Do you guys know that you have that kind of leverage that you can make us think about a little comment, like something we were wearing that you noticed?
You would only know if your wife tells you or
Yeah.
does something that lets you know that.
Do you guys notice what we're wearing a lot? Or is it just kind of like, or like how we look? Or is it kind of just background noise after a while, after so many years of
Well, when you say we, do you mean do I
men?
notice
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I
Because
guess.
I'm not
Yeah.
noticing other women.
I mean,
Really.
do you think men, I should say,
Some
as
men
overall, are noticing their
You-
wives, or have they become kind
you're
of
not gonna-
complacent to their wives?
You're not going to get far generalizing.
Yeah, there's no way to really
There's
answer these
too
questions.
many differences and preferences. Some men are really into what their wives wear and they want to dress up their wives.
Yeah.
And they want their wives to wear a certain thing, and some wives want their husbands to wear a certain thing. And then we listen to that, or I listen to that one guy that they literally do that. Instead of you pick out your clothes and I pick out my clothes. You still pick out what you want, but it's just the other person says, hey, I'd really like this style on you, or if you wore more of this, or these are the types of things that I find attractive.
Yeah.
And then you're taking your style and their style and making whatever is attractive for that person. Because sometimes I don't know, like we don't really try to match, but sometimes it makes sense when you're out in public if you kind of coordinate in a way that signals you're together.
I notice you
Otherwise,
do that.
It's like
When I get dressed, you'll.
one of us is super dressed up, the other one's wearing dirty clothes, or you're wearing pajamas and I'm all in my work stuff.
Yeah, it's cool to kind of have the same vibe going on. I just thinking about that today. It was crazy how one comment that you made came into my mind like 3 or 4 different times, and then just a lot of posts I see. Like, women are very sensitive to what either their men or what men think about them, and I don't know if you guys know the kind of leverage that you have in that situation all the time, or if you guys are kind of oblivious to it, like that you can make a woman. I think if we tell you we like your outfit, do you guys marinate on that a lot throughout the day? Like, oh, she liked the way I look today, or is it just like, oh, big deal, no big deal? I don't know. Women really, like, I guess it just like marinates deeper with women when you talk about our appearance. I wonder if men care about their appearance as much. No. So anyway, it was just an interesting thought.
Some men do, I think. Some men are really into it.
Yeah.
But then you have to find a woman that's really okay with their man being into their looks. It could be annoying.
Oh yeah, if they took longer to get ready.
I just remember it kind of was a big thing in my mind growing up, and I don't know where that came from because my parents were into fashion, nor my grandparents on
I
either
hope you guys
side.
can hear us. Hey guys.
So
I'm bringing it closer.
why why I was like that, and I noticed that in our children, and I always tell them not to be like that. That if they could get past being into their looks, it would be a huge benefit in their life.
Mm.
Not that looks don't matter, but just to be comfortable in what you have and what you're wearing. And really, that's
The
where
features you
fitness
have.
comes in, because if you have a good frame, that all your clothes are going to look good, because your body naked looks good. So then you can wear t-shirts and jeans and it's attractive, or you can dress whatever style you wish and it looks attractive.
So if you're not crazy about something about your face, or if you go through a weird season of life where you have a lot of acne or something, you can just get really into fitness, you're saying, and kind of get more into, at least my clothes are going to look good on me, and kind of push into that. If you get comfortable
Yeah, I
with that,
guess
you
so,
had it your whole
but
life.
just in general, like if
When women are pregnant, our bodies change, our faces
a
change.
guy can wear jeans and a t-shirt and look attractive, and then that another guy can wear jeans and a t-shirt and just look like a fat slob. And it's just about your your literal frame. What is your body makeup underneath it?
Mm.
Do you have a big belly that sticks out, or are you trim enough that wearing less clothes actually looks attractive? Not that you have to look like a model, but whatever your spouse or the type of person you're trying to attract is into is what you're going for.
Yeah, interesting
But
topic
me
for sure.
personally, I notice what you're wearing, but I might not vocalize it all the time because I'm just like, yeah, she knows what is attractive, and I'm not going to tell her what to wear. I just trust she's going to wear what she wants to wear. And then on some days, most days, I'm just wearing whatever work stuff I'm wearing. But if we are going somewhere, I might see what you're wearing and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to wear something that makes sense.
I just hope men know how much you guys can do that for a woman. That's what the whole point of this was, to bring it full
Mm,
circle. Like
that's
how you guys can, if you guys can become hyper aware that just noticing the necklace that your wife or your girlfriend or whatever woman in your life is putting on, or even just women that you're around, doesn't have to be your, like if you can just start. I know men do it, but if you do that and you mean it, not just trying to butter up somebody at the door or something weird, but like you genuinely have some in your life and you notice their necklace, like women take a lot of time on Amazon, and they take a lot of time following all these fashion blogs, and I'm not really one of those women, and that's not my life,
yeah,
but I
but
know what
that's the
women are
point that I'm
into.
saying.
I know
Like,
there's all different types and genres, yeah, but overall women are just kind of stereotyped into shopping and loving all the fancy things. Overall, not every woman, but majority, I would say, still likes to do the bling and the thing and the shopping and the skirts and the dresses and the whatever. And if when they go through so much trouble to do that, a lot of women say women dress for women, because if you go to lunch and that, women are going to notice your purse, they're going to
mm,
notice your earrings, they're going to notice your bag because they like it, they might even want it.
well,
Where men, if they knew that kind of leverage of saying that to the special women in your life, you just kind of like see them in their purses and their things, and it's like background noise after a while, I would imagine. But just doing little things like that are like,
well, people say that about fitness, that men just work out for other men because
really?
women don't really care.
Yes, they do. I think they care.
They only care to an extent, but then there's a, a line or a range where women are like, no, that's too much. But usually that line that's too much, that's what guys are like, yeah, I want to look like Rambo or Arnold or whatever bodybuilder. Like, as a man, I want to be grainy and veiny and like look odd.
I don't
with my
like the
muscle.
veins. No, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Women
do.
don't. I mean,
I
some
like
do.
that, but I get that women don't.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm talking about. So
that's too
men
much.
that go that far, they do it for other men because men in the gym are like, holy shit, that guy, look at his whatever. You know, he's got the line. I get guys that come up to me and they're like, oh, how do you get that? Or what do you, not that I'm anything special, but I might have something
They're trying to
that
work
some
on it.
guys like, oh, that's the perfection. Where I'm just like, oh yeah, that's my art. But that's just a thing. That's a known thing that guys work out for other guys.
I
Because
didn't know.
women only find it attractive to an extent. And that's why the dad bod and the skinny
Hey,
guy.
KJV, Lukey. He said, hey. Yeah, sorry, that was distracting. You were talking about the skinny.
Yeah, that's all.
No, keep going. Skinny
Skinny.
bod.
Just the type of guy that girls find attractive. I mean, Harry Styles not a bodybuilder, and women find him attractive.
Twilight, the guy.
Even guys like
so skinny and white.
Like in the '90s, Brad Pitts and stuff like that. They weren't big bodybuilder guys.
Mm-mm.
When I look at their bodies now, I'm like, oh, I'm way more muscular than they are. Like I've already achieved whatever I used to idolize as if I only had that body.
Like who? Like from guys from the 90s, you're saying?
Yeah, like movies when I was growing up. Like
Oh.
Fight Club, that was the movie. That scene in Fight Club when he stands up after he fought the guy and he's just all bloody and his abs and he's shredded. When I was young, that used to be like, if I could attain that body. But when you really look at it, he was just a skinny white guy with a crazy tan. It wasn't really that, any guy could achieve what he had. It was just downlighting and really seriously dialed in dieting. So my body now, I have way more muscle than Brad Pitt in any of his movies, even other movies that he was a bigger guy in. Not that I'm that muscular and that whatever, but that just shows me the guys in the movies that you idolize in real life, they don't really look that good, or they played some kind of tricks, camera tricks.
End times, yeah. End times coming. Better get strong and brainy. Get ready to plow through some of this frontier we might have to endure if the world gets any more roughed up. We've been talking about appearance a lot today because we also talked about the other side of appearance. I noticed we talked about appearance that hit the airwaves today and it being talked about and how ridiculous that side of talking about appearances and mocking people. But then the other thing we talked about appearance that I don't know if I talked about it with you. Some people just truly do not. Oh yeah, I did talk about it with you. They just truly have gotten married and they do not care anymore about that part of. It's like they did it to get married, and then I find this more than ever. They don't at all care. They're almost like, I hear a lot of women say, oh, I have a husband, it doesn't matter. Or I have a husband, he doesn't care. I have a husband, it doesn't matter. And I mean, maybe they genuinely have quit caring about that. And they're just working and they're just getting stuff done. And I can kind of see that side of it too, more than ever. Like, that's my person.
Running a group.
I don't need them to look a certain way.
You're a mother and you're a wife or a husband.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot to be in the fitness.
your thing on appearance is fitness, and I get it. Yeah, and it's a lot to go shopping and buy clothes and put them together. Like when you have all that other stuff going on, and yeah, that's why the whole basic Amazon one color suits have become so popular because you know you can order a beige suit and a black suit and a white suit sweatsuit and you're gonna look fine in this world because you're getting stuff done. You're at the coffee shop, you're working, you're on a computer. So yeah, I get that side of it. And the sweatpants thing is just so big now. I saw people at Plato's wearing, this is the new look, by the way, Flip's big boots that he wears. It's like those boots from Walmart that are like big chunky with the heel work boots. with big sweatpants. These guys went
Black or
around big
brown?
black. They had on the brown, like the Carhartt, like the work boot brown. You know how like
Yeah.
that. I don't know if that
Mhm.
has a name. Camel. And then
Red
they,
Wing.
yeah, Red Wing. And then they wear the sweatpants, and then big
That's
sweatpants
kind of
with
what
them.
I wear to the gym though. I
Just
wear my
something about
boots
no,
and
they wear them real
sweatpants.
loose and really huge, and then they have the boots, and then they have on like a pink butterfly jacket,
I don't really do
neon pink, like they're wearing a girl's, but they're like
that.
the
Flip does
all
that.
skaters in the store. So yeah, I guess I saw
don't-
where his style is feeding from
I don't
when
know
I go and play
where
those.
that came
What
from
is going on?
or how that crept in.
What, the pink butterfly?
Just all
Oh, the
that wearing
diamond.
Hello Kitty and the guys wearing like the '90s girls stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to wear all kinds of weird stuff when I was young. So I
Teenager.
just think of it that way.
Yeah.
As
I'm just happy that people are wearing patterns and colors a little bit again. I mean, because everything got so neutral and
no,
black
we're
and white
supposed to be
and
going into a
basic,
gray
basic.
phase.
Really, how could it get
Everything's
any
gray
more?
and slate. 2025 is like
The Amazon
as
basic is just
pastel slate as you can get.
everything.
Like Jules' house.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's cool. But she has like some color pop. I mean,
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
supposed to be like that, like real, not flat, but like eggshell. I want to say pastel,
Your
eggshell.
clothes though, and like your coloring, or just like you mean all
Like
style?
everything is very neutral, gray tones, monotone, slate, cold, uninviting.
Where'd you hear this?
That some video I was watching, and they were showing because they're building these gyms in Dubai that are like 25 million or something like that, like crazy, and everything
To build,
is
wow.
everything is gray tone and like looks
Neutral.
like a robot would live there,
Yeah.
like literally, and it's supposed to be a place for people to congregate and be a part of a gym. And Dubai is a weird place, but I've just been seeing it a lot in all kinds of different content that I'm consuming. It's literally like that kitchen that Jules had, and so she was, on the forefront of all that.
Oh yeah, she.
Because
Well, this is our friend we're talking
Yeah.
about, and she's a interior decorator, and she said years
Interior
ago to me,
designer.
design. She said, yeah, more of a construction designer, different, that more advanced. But she said farmhouse is so out. This was years ago, and I'm thinking it's still like on all the shelves. It's all Chip and Joanna still at Target. She's like, that is so done. It's so anybody's keeping up with it, and I was like, but so many people are still putting in all their shops. She's like, yeah, but it's out.
Yeah,
And then from
what's
there,
out
it's become
now
more and more
is what-
gray.
which they're probably on to the next
Neutral.
thing now, but
How much more could it be?
that's just how life is. It just keeps going.
Got to
And
keep
these
making
artists and these people get lifted up
trends.
as the kings and the queens of their era, and whatever they say goes until their shit gets old, and then they get rid of them, and they have some downfall, and nobody cares about them
And now it's so
anymore.
fast because the internet and
Yes, it's
everything.
very
It's like
quick.
you have like 2 seconds.
But it's still years behind because it takes a long time for that stuff to be pumped out. Like Target, Walmart, all those places, they've been planning the schemes in their stores for years. They know years in advance
what they're doing.
what's coming down the pike of this is where we're going and this is where we're not. This is out, this is in. Get it on the shelves, get it off the shelves.
This person
Like,
says
this
end times are
shit
coming.
is- yeah.
Nicholas
course.
1968.
Of
What
course,
is that?
the end times are coming, right? That's
Nicholas
like,
1968. I don't
no
know.
matter what, the end times are eventually coming.
Like the end of this live, which is probably
Unless you
now.
think this never ends, but where life is, eventually the end is coming.
Yeah.
If you believe in the end times.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanted us to
But
touch on
I
that.
don't know if we're looking for a date or something like that. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Well, we'll end it there. That was just a chat with us about appearance. We talked about it like 3 different times today. And there's 3 different sides to it that I've been kind of curious about. Is Middle of the road where you kind of care, date night, let me put something on, let me get dressed, let me try to look like something? Or is it just we don't care about that at all anymore? That is so done. Like we're getting other stuff done that, we wound each other with that a long time ago. And then the other one was, the other point, 3 points was if men know the leverage they have and if they just space out on it and forget to use it. Because I know a lot of women wish that their men, I hear all the time in my life, I just wish he would notice me. I just wish he was romantic. And they men by romantic, they just wish that he would notice their earrings or their purse or their stupid sweater that they got on clearance at Kohl's or whatever. It's not stupid, but you know what I mean. Just these little things that the leverage you guys can hold just doing such small little acts. And you're so good about it, so I'm not like at all saying, I'm just saying in general. I just kind of wondered if it's kind
But I
of
guess
spaced
my
out
advice would be the woman needs to say something, and that's what she's craving.
and keep reminding them. I guess like I want you to notice, and that makes me
Like
feel
if he was doing
special
it and
or
fell off,
romantic.
then say, hey, you used to do this.
Yeah.
But you got to find a creative way to do it and not to get graphic. But I've heard some real good advice of, hey, if you're wanting if the and that this is not for every little thing, but if you're man, if you're wanting a certain particular behavior out of your man, and then he does that behavior correctly or whatever, you need to reward that behavior just like a dog. And
Oh, my phone's about to die. Yeah.
hopefully you can
Just like
understand what I mean by reward that type of behavior, positive reinforcement. And that shows him, oh, like when I do this, I get that,
I understand. Yeah, that's
and
good.
so on. And
That's good advice.
what was the other one? Was oh, this is from that divorce lawyer. He was saying if say you don't like uh, that I shave my face, and instead of being like, oh, I hate your beard, you would say when I do shave, like give me a big kiss and be like, oh, you look so sexy when you have a shaved face.
Oh,
Because that would, instead of complaining like, oh, that I hate your beard, it's so gross, it's so nasty, and then it's just like I want to grow it despite you kind of thing. And people do that. But
mm.
instead, you find a way to, when the behavior is displayed that you're looking for, you
Same
show
with
them,
children.
hey, wow, that looks so good, or you look like James Bond, or whatever.
That takes effort on your behalf too, as the person that's giving you. Because with kids, I try to do this all the time. Positive reinforcement. Hey, I just noticed that you did that for Willow. That was really cool. Whatever, but that takes a lot of you using the energy to remember to do that because you'll see it, think it in your head, but it's like the taking time to
Yeah.
address the what's going on. Putting it out there. The more you do it, the more it becomes more natural to do.
But if you don't do it, then it's like, well, then you can't always expect that behavior because the guy might not pick up on, hey, I did what she wanted. If you clearly told him what you want and he does it, and then it's just like, oh, whatever, then he's going to be like, oh, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal because she acted like it was a big deal and it was a big deal for me to do this thing or come around in this way for her, or I've been really good in these areas that were troublesome. And this works the other way around. It doesn't have to be
Are you guys
that
truthers?
way.
I don't remember what truthers are. Yeah. Are you guys truthers? Are you guys what? Have you guys watched KJ's scariest movies? I don't know what KJ is. King James scariest movie? No, we're not truthers, right? I don't think we were ever truthers. I don't remember what those are. They're like into growing fish in the yard. Or they grow
I
tilapia.
think those are preppers.
Oh,
Truthers. I don't know. They're a sack of something.
they're into some kind of truth.
Sack of something. They're the sack of truth.
Whatever their truth is. What about, I don't know the KJ Scariest Movies. If you're there, we can answer that, but I don't think we've watched KJ's Scariest Movie. Unless we know what the KJ stands for. So you got answer now. Well, I hope this was helpful in little ways that you can put into practice this week, especially what you just said about positive reinforcement and noticing the good and rewarding the good. All right, we're going to hang out. I guess he's not going to tell us what this is, but maybe next time. Have a good night.